Greetings, welcome back to another Black Bear News upload. You can follow us on Rockfin, Rumble, YouTube, and TikTok. Thank you to Denver Attaway for the contribution over the weekend on Venmo. I appreciate that, man. You can support this channel at any of the links in the description box. There's all the links are there, CashApp, Venmo, PayPal, etc. All right. Starting off with some extreme weather news. There's a potentially record-breaking bomb cyclone that will intensify over the North Pacific Tuesday night. Equivalent to a Category 4 hurricane. So watch out for that, people in the Pacific Northwest. Dangerous weather coming towards you. It's that time of year. Also, there was some severe flooding over the weekend in Venezuela due to heavy rains. We see this over and over and over again. And on cue, Europe is going to get a polar vortex event, intense Arctic blast, whatever you want to call it. There's a deep trough in the jet stream coming from the Arctic, going through UK, Ireland, and Northern Europe. Temperatures will plummet, hitting up to 8°C below normal. So brace yourself there. Of course, it's not just any winter. All of these events are made more extreme, more brutal, and more damaging because of the changing of the climate, because of the environmental damage that we're subjecting the Earth to. And in frightening world events, President Biden has authorized the first use of U.S.-supplied long-range missiles by Ukraine for strikes inside of Russia. This is an escalation, a severe escalation. And Putin has warned about using nukes against all the drone attacks he's receiving and all the other missiles attacks Russia is receiving from Ukraine. But this is a definite escalation as the Biden administration exits stage left. Thomas Massey says by authorizing long-range missiles to strike inside Russia, Biden is committing an unconstitutional act of war that endangers the lives of all U.S. citizens. This is an impeachable offense, but the reality he's an emasculated puppet of the deep state. The question is, why are they doing this now? They're a lame duck. This is a lame duck administration. Trump is about to take office. Are they trying to escalate things before Trump gets in? Are they afraid that Trump is going to end the war or end the money laundering, as Matt Gaetz has called it? Or so many other people have called it. Who knows? It does seem like they're afraid that Trump is going to wind things down. I don't know. I can't really parse this one because, there are a lot of conflicting ideas about whether Trump is going to continue the war, whether to stop funding the war. The Duran thinks that, Trump, that's going to be Trump's number one priority. Other people are saying that he's just, of course, a puppet of the deep state. He wants more war. Nobody can really seem to decide which way to take this, but this does indicate some fear on the deep state's part that they're gonna, and love him or hate him. A lot of people hate him. Matt Gaetz as Attorney General is an interesting pick, and he recently was on Tim Pool's podcast saying this, says the Ukraine war is to launder money through. I think the reason we are as involved in Ukraine as we are is because Afghanistan wound down. If we still had Afghanistan to launder money through, not to mention the heroin, there probably wouldn't be the need for this type of excessive involvement in Ukraine. But I think we can look at Afghanistan, we can look at what's going on here and say what a lot of these defense contractors are pushing towards is how to have an extended kind of low yield war. Like if there's a way to stretch this thing out, turn it into a 20, 30, where there's a whole lot of money moving around and unaccountable there's a whole lot of money moving around and unaccountable parts and a lot of weapons getting bought and all those stockpiles getting used up. We got to spend more money to reload those, etc. American wars are looking for long-term unaccountable money laundering. And whether you hate Matt Gaetz or whether you love Matt Gaetz, what he's saying here is true. And this has been kind of a tried and true, a tested move. The U.S. has done this over and over again. Like, look at the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Iraqi wars, the Afghanistan war. They want these kind of like simmering conflicts that go on, Syrian war, they go on over extended amount of time, years, and it gives the military-industrial complex a reason for being. But we all know it's a big club, and you ain't in it. But all of these folks are, right? So we think that they're mortal enemies. We think that they are truly working against each other, and generally they work together for the same ends. And this is a great tweet here by Torain Walker, says, y'all on this app crashing out and disowning family over a damn election while both sides sip champagne together and cut deals while laughing at your asses. This is very true. A really great comment under this was somebody said there's only one side really, though, disowning people or firing people or, canceling people because they made the wrong choice. You know which side that is. And the IRS is warning Americans that starting in 2025, they must report payments on Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle of over $600. Meanwhile, the Pentagon just failed its 7th audit in a row as they were unable to account for 60% of their $4.1 trillion in assets, $824 billion annual budget. And this story just repeats itself and repeats itself and repeats itself. And this is legitimizing the accusation of money laundering in all of these wars or all of these conflicts, or where did this money go? Where are these budgets? This is why these defense contractors can charge these overinflated prices for everything. I have a theory that most things are money laundering operations, like most large construction projects, and even city road building and bridge building, and anything, rail building. All of these things are just large money laundering affairs, but the biggest one is the military industrial complex, and famously charging $1,000 for a toilet or whatever it is. So you have these overinflated budgets, these people just cashing in on overcharging the government for what should be fairly cheap and innocuous government services, but they're like they see dollar signs blinking in their eyes. How much can we get? Ooh, they're rubbing their hands together. We got a government contract. It's time to cash in. Elon Musk. All right. That does it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in to Black Bear News. I'll be back tomorrow at 11. To all of those that support the show, you know who you are. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 again. Sorry for all the skipping and the jumping in this video. I don't know why, but today TikTok is holding the button to record, and it just keeps stopping on me in random places. So there's something wrong with my finger, apparently. Anyways, love you guys. See you on the next round. Peace out.